For me, dance is also a form for me to help me to express myself. Because every time I'm dancing, I feel free. So I use that freedom to really be me and be vulnerable on stage. It's always a space for me to tap into that vulnerability and really feel, and the joy that comes with it, of course, the joy, the passion, and that pushes me to really give myself and for me to take out those emotions I really wanna give out there. Sometimes you find yourself as a dancer, or especially as a dancer, you're working on a project, you have your choreographer, and you understand well the piece you're working on. I believe that your body, it's so much information that is coming, you know? Because if we tap into the history, we all know the history, but then how to express that? I was born after, but not long. So 1995, I think it's 1 year after. You grow up, you have your parents, they've lost their brothers, they've lost their sisters. So obviously, I sat with my parents, they told me a lot of stories, what they went through. When I was young, I really didn't understand, but the more I grew, the more I understand. And being an artist and traveling around, having a chance to see different cultures, and seeing the news, seeing where the country is going, it made me start to really think and be like, oh my God, actually I'm a part of this country. I'm Rwandese and I'm a part of the history, you know? And when you get a chance to be an artist and recognized and you are working on a project of a storytelling about your story of your people, it's powerful. I don't know how to express it. It's like you are sending a message of ancestors. It's something that is in you, but you need to dig to really tap into that emotion so that it's out, because it's not an easy emotion, it's a strong emotion. You grow up in a society that faced a horrific event like that, like a period like that. It's not easy to talk about it, because especially being born after the genocide, you are so curious, you want to know many things, but then you know what's the right question to ask. That's where the intensity comes, you know, to really wonder, how do I get the right answers? So my intensity was more about, what was the right questions to ask? What was the timing also? And but at the end of the day, it's a process. It's a process of growing up and really tap into history and understanding it and trying to be the new generation that has to bring the light. If we're talking about what happened in the genocide against Tutsi and we're trying to do a play about it and a performance, we look into the history and what happened. So the inspiration of movement also can come from that horrific moment, and it's now technically and with the skills, how do we make it, because it's something that really you feel like you are living it, but in a different way, in a storytelling way. So that also helps me to tap into my emotions, to really feel with all the information, education I have, you know, everything that I grew up seeing, everything that I've learned from my parents, from my country, then being in that moment and performing that, it's emotional. There was a moment in rehearsals that I felt so emotional, because I was like, oh my God, you see the choreography and the message we're trying to give, and you look at the whole piece and you feel like it's like you're living in that moment. Not only it helps you to heal, but to also really open those doors that you were scared to open, and to really tap into history. Because whether we want it or not, we have to open them for us to heal and for us to move forward. And I think art can really talk to a vast of people without using any language, by just performing there. Art can make you have a feeling, can make you feel a certain way. Yeah, I believe that with movement, it's easier to tap into people's emotions because they are already seeing themselves into you. You are understanding the story, but you're also expressing that story, and people have emotions. So people, when they see you in a certain emotion, they feel it, because we're all humans. Whether we want it or not, we're always connected with our energies and vibration.